Far in the middle of the sea stood a prison cell that was cold and gray. Its sharp dimensions gave a chill to those strangers who guard it. A chill that is set into their bodies, straight into their hearts. They built a tall guardhouse with a piercing light that claimed and pressed every dark spot. These strangers, unknown to the land, monitored the prison cell's every corner with self-adulation. Inside the building are a series of white rooms enclosed with doors numbered with Roman numerals. There was one particular white room with the bold numerals 333. It was the same as the rooms beside it. It was filled with nothing but one silver table, one silver chair, one attired woman, and 12 people in white dresses. One day, the woman was reading her book while she was holding a whip on her right hand and was keeping an eye on her prisoners. These prisoners were either rocking back and forth or mooning over the wall, crying and mourning of something unknown. All of a sudden, a struggle was heard outside the room. Somehow, he remembered what those words mean. He was trying to understand what was written, but then the door was inched open. He quickly hid the book under his dress. The woman came in agitated and looked at the prisoners with her beady eyes. Her face was red, her eyes gleamed with fervor as she started lashing at the prisoners near her. But then the bell rang and it was the end of her shift. She smirked at her handiwork, then left the room. The lights in the room closed at 6 in the evening, as it had every night. He was trying to read, but then a series of flashbacks hit him. He cried in anguish as it all came back. He and his fellow men were tortured. Sight and sound were taken away from them for the years they were locked in isolated rooms underground. Extreme sensory disorientations and hallucinations drove them to psychosis. He knew he had to fight for their freedom, but he had to know what had been deprived from them. He flipped through the pages, hungered every word written. Words came back to him as quickly as it was stolen from him years ago. It was near dawn when he finally understood what he had to do. He grabbed hold of the nearest person. The man was about to read the book when the lights in the room were turned on. The woman came in, lashed her whip for everyone to wake up. He started to pull the man back into one corner of the room, but the man stayed in place as he pointed and looked at the woman in horror. Outraged by the act, the woman profusely whipped the man with her whip. The woman was surprised. This was the first time this incident happened. Suddenly, she remembered the book. Its powers she knew they had to hide from these people. The man tried to resist, but she was too strong for his weak body. Finally, he threw the red book on the other side, grabbing the book. She was horrified when she found out that it was only the red cover. She went running back towards the man. But then he choked and spat out a piece of paper.